Hi everyone, what's going on? I hope everything is well and that you've been having fun crafting. Wow, I missed y'all last week. Unfortunately, some folk I know are having various health issues and I had to lend my support. And now when I'm done, I have to check on another person because he's in a health crisis and um, he needs some support too. life, life. But let's get to fun stuff. What's been happening? A lot of stuff. Update. Let's start with the first thing. Remember that nice, beautiful, long blue sock I made for the princess at her request? It's been 2 weeks since she has it. Is that correct English? I gave it to her 2 weeks ago. It's been in her possession for 2 weeks. Has she worn it? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Has it shown up in the wash? No. So what does that mean? It means that I don't, not I don't, I, I, how do I say this? I am paralyzed in that I'm unable to make another long sock for anyone because I don't know how much her sock shrank. And I can't make her wear the socks. I can't make her wash the sock. I did not think of that when I did the sock. I should have made more than one pair. Not for her, but made one for her and one for someone else and maybe even one for myself. I did not think of that. As a matter of fact, how come you didn't tell me? You sat there and watched me go on and on about the sock. How come you didn't, pull my coattails and go, you need more than one? It's like having a pattern to test. You don't have one tester, you need a couple. Cause and you never know what you will learn because you have these testers. So this is your fault. This has nothing to do with me. This is your fault. Okay? I'm just putting blame where it lays. Y'all are there so y'all can help me figure these things out. So, I was stuck. But then I remembered I have to make some socks for some men. That put me in another quandary. I realized I have, I have the blue yarn for one of the princesses. But the only blue yarn I have left are these. And these look more gray. This one looks more bluey, but this one looks more gray. These are both opal yarns. And both would work well for the people I have to make socks for because they're traditionalists. They're not the men wearing sequin socks or socks with patterns, nothing like that. But I'm thinking, hold on. While I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm looking at a box that I found. Okay, remember my Cricut that's over there? That I can't figure out why I bought it? I was going to put it away, so I pulled out the box for the Cricut. And, look at that. God is good. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I'm here talking about I don't have any more blue. But I should really crank one and to see what it looks like because I'm seeing some yellowish green in there and I don't know how they would take that because when I tell you traditional, these are your traditional Bible thumping, it's the straight road kind of folk. Oh, this is, if this works, this is wonderful. But I won't know till I crank it and see what it actually looks like. Oh, but I need to hold. See, the Cricut brought me luck, even though I've been cussing her out because I'm like, Why do I have you? What am I supposed to be doing with you? Oh, so let's put this down because as I was saying, I was stuck because I could only find, I found these two. And then I had this other yarn that I cranked. But this does not look like a traditional male pattern. Or am I incorrect? It's not, I don't think it's overtly feminine, but I think it's a little too racy for these two traditional people. Because look at it. I think it's awesome. The way the colors flash and pool, I love it. But I don't think traditional or these particular traditional men would like that. So I have to wait and see if that works. I wonder what else is in this box. Well, we'll get to what else is in this box in a minute. While, let's see. While I was looking for yarn to make that traditional sock, two things. I came across this and I came across this. Remember these? I made these for someone. And apparently I never gave it to them because they're here. I don't know who I made them for. I have no clue. And they're great. They even match. Somewhere out there, there is somebody cussing me out because I promised a pair of socks and I never delivered. Now, I know I used this yarn to make a sock for somebody who has jumbo feet. This gentleman, he's like 5'9", but his feet are like 16 triple X jumbo. I have never seen a man of that particular height with feet like that. But I don't know. What am I going to do? I have no clue. Who did I make this for? And it's for somebody with small feet. But who? Because I can't think of anybody I know who likes gray. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I guess I'm on my own about that because you would have no clue who this is for. And they came out great. They match. Oh my God. And I never delivered them. Ugh. I hope it wasn't an exchange and I was supposed to make the sock and give it to them and they were supposed to give me something. I don't know. Oh boy. And when I found them, I was going to take them out. Why? Because I knew I had to make one of the traditional people, he would love this gray because it's this, okay? But I only have this much. These two would make one sock because we know we're talking men's feet. And I was about to pull this out when something said, you better hold up. You don't just make random socks. And when you make samples, you only make one. This is a pair. So this has somebody's name on it. You just don't remember whose name. So since I found these, I tried to put this next to it. And I'm like, no. These are folk that would like their sock all one color. So now I don't even know what to do with this. Then I found these. Okay. And I'm like, that would be great. Ignore the waste yarn. See how long this is. You know, this is opal. But this one is short. So I'm like, I can get a sock out of this for a man's feet, but because you see, this is bigger and this is skinnier. I'm not sure I can get two nice length socks out of this. I'm gonna try, but when I found the Cricut box, what did I find? I found this. I was hoping, oh my God, you don't know, I was hoping that it would be this. And it kind of sort of looks like it, but when you put them together, you realize This one has more white in it than this one. So, or more pale gray. It looks more like pale gray, whereas this one has white. So I suspect it's more this. And we know this is a good sock yarn. I just don't like the pattern. But they probably will because it's more traditional. And in order to figure out what this is, I'm going to have to crank some of it. I finally learned you don't have to crank the whole skein of yarn or the whole ball of yarn. I thought I saw. I am such a scaredy cat. Let me tell you, there's a fly flying around here. Who has a fly in winter? I don't understand. There were 3. 2 have died, so there's 1. And if there's ever a horror movie, I will not be in it because you don't have to tell me to get out. I'm not even coming inside. But fingers crossed, maybe it'll be that one, maybe it'll be this one. Either way, I'll get at least 1 pair of socks for one of the gentlemen, okay? And I have somebody else who would like to order socks for the whole family. I'm like, where were you in November, October, November? Why? Spring is coming. Is there a pressing need for sock? I got told off on that one, so I'll leave that away. Leave that alone. Leave that away. Leave that alone. And what else is in here? Oh, look at that. I have these, and I have, I thought they were, look at that. Why did I put yarn in the Cricut box? Other than that, it was a box, I have no idea. Now, one of the things I have discovered, and I didn't discover it on my own, someone actually had to tell me. I am, as a hand knitter, as a crocheter, my work is tight, okay? You can string this out and jump out of a building, and as long as it's long enough, you'll get to the ground, okay? If it's not long enough, you're dead because there's no give. I did not realize, look at that. This barely, someone, and God bless him, his name is Rose, that's his last name. He said to me, the socks are nice, but they don't go over my ankles. I was like, what? He said, there's no room. He said, that thing is tight. I did not realize. Just because I have skinny feet. I know the fat lady has skinny feet and skinny hands. Who knew? I now have to take out all of these that I cranked. And let me tell you, I have a bag full of tubes that I cranked back when I was nutty enough to think I was going to be selling crank tubes and people could just go home and put in heels, toes, and the ribbing, the cuff at the top. Do you know how much work it's going to be to take that out? No complaining, it is what it is. But there's all kinds of nice stuff in here. Look at this. Now this is one of my dye jobs. We know me and my colors. What else is in here? Oh, this. I love this. I bought this at a yarn shop in the city. Oh, I love this. Look at this. I was planning to make a hat, and I thought this and this would go together. What I didn't realize until I caked it myself, this is kind of pale compared to these bright colors, and it would tone it down. And I don't want to tone this down. I think this is awesome. I'm trying to figure out how to get a hat out of each. I don't think there's enough of each. I might have to go back to the store and see if they still carry it. Who knows? But there's lots of other things in here. Wait a minute. Look at, man. Oh, I was gonna say, I know I didn't dye this. This is a commercial yarn. It is. This is commercial. But There's some good stuff in this box. This one I know I died. Wow. See what happens when you look for things? Oh, this I died. I know this gorgeous pink came from me. Why didn't I do more? Because I was a novice dyer and I didn't want to stuck. I did not want to be stuck, excuse me, with eons of ugly yarn. Oh, let's hope there's another box with more surprises around here somewhere. I like this box. This could have done me as a an advent calendar, all the days in one day, because there's a lot of stuff in here. And this reminds me, for 2024, I have a few goals. I've already accomplished one. I've learned how to use my Cricut. And I should do an episode on the Cricut when I'm actually making something, because I've found I really don't want to just cut out random things. But I've seen sublimation. That looks neat, but I don't know that I want to spend $600 on a printer just to do that. Because who in this family doesn't have a mug? Listen, there's a king in this family who loves dinnerware. We have enough glasses, plates, soup bowls, you name it. If it belongs in the kitchen, we have for the apocalypse. We could do a couple hundred people. That's how much he loves the stuff. So I have to get back with that Cricut thing. But I did promise myself for 2024 I was going to learn to use the Cricut. And I'm a basic user, but I can actually go on there and get it to cut something. So I'm pleased with that. I still have how many more things to go? The next thing I want to learn how to use is the 3D printer. And no, I don't want to print a 3D sock machine. What I want is to be able to have combs. I would love to have dozens and dozens of 3D printed combs. That way when I cake up the yarn, I can just go, yes, I have the electric hay caker over there. But that thing is scary. When you turn on the motor, you feel as though it's a race car, and it's like, this makes me nervous. But my little whiner, which I found, that was missing last time, I feel very nice and comfy using that. So, I see I have other things to talk about, but you know what? That can wait till next time. You've got things to do. I've got things to do. What do I have to do? I have to iron. I have to make some teas. Yeah. So